Today, we're diving into one of humanity's oldest and most profound creation hymns, the Purusha Sukta. Now, this isn't just a story. It's an invitation to see the universe in a way that might just blow your mind. Right from the start, the text hits us with this powerful idea. It's saying that everything we see, all the constant change, that's just the imagery. It's all just playing out on a cosmic screen that's eternal and never, ever changes. So right away, you know this isn't a history lesson. This is a deep dive into reality itself. And that leads us to the core, really mind-bending question of this whole hymn. What if everything, every star, every planet, you, me, what if we weren't just made like objects, but we were expressed, breathed into existence from a single, vast consciousness? It's a wild idea, right? So let's break it down. Okay, so the main story here is about how a person becomes the entire universe. It's the incredible narrative of a single cosmic being, known as the Purusha, who doesn't just create the cosmos, he literally becomes it. And this is the part you really gotta wrap your head around. The Purusha isn't some god sitting up on a cloud building the universe like a carpenter builds a house. No. Instead, the Purusha is the wood, the nails, the blueprint, and the carpenter, all at once. He's the source, the process, and the final product. Now, to really get what this text is saying, we have to kind of shift how we think. The ancient authors made a huge distinction between just knowing something and having a deeper, symbolic wisdom about it. And you can see the two approaches here. On one hand, there's what you might call the exoteric view, just knowing the facts, treating it like an old historical document. That's the dead letter. But the esoteric view, the living tradition, that sees this text as a symbolic blueprint, a math for how the cosmos actually works. And that is the key we need to unlock its meaning. Because when you use that key, the whole thing just transforms. Suddenly, it's not a myth anymore. It becomes a kind of cosmic source code, a description of the operating system for everything. So to make this massive cosmic idea a little easier to grasp, the hymn uses this absolutely brilliant analogy, something we all experience every single day, the act of speaking. See, in this deeper view, the Rigveda isn't just a book of hymns. It stands for the entire process of utterance. I mean, just think about it for a second. How does a thought, which is totally silent and formless in your mind, become a physical spoken word that can actually affect the world around you? The text actually breaks it down into 4 stages. First, there's that silent impulse, the pure idea. Then, that idea starts to form into a specific concept. After that, it gets clothed in language, grammar, syntax, all that. And finally, it's expressed as physical sound. It's an amazing journey from pure, silent potential to tangible reality. And that right there is the big leap. The hymn is telling us that the universe itself was formed in the exact same way. It's all one great cosmic utterance, a thought emerging from the absolute silence, moving through stages until it becomes the physical world we see, hear, and touch. Our own speech is literally a microcosm of all creation. Okay, so this brings us to the dramatic centerpiece of the whole thing, the moment all that cosmic potential becomes real. And this transformation is described as a great cosmic ritual, a sacrifice. Picture this. In this grand cosmic ceremony, the divine forces, the devas, who are really just aspects of this one consciousness themselves, they perform this sacrifice. They take the Purusha, the sum of all potential, and through this incredible act, they bring the entire universe into being from his very substance. And the poetry used to describe this is just stunning. From the eye of this cosmic being, the source of all vision and light, the sun itself was born. And it just keeps unfolding. From his mind, the source of reflection and thought, the moon came into being. From his mouth, the source of divine speech, came the gods of power and fire. And from his very breath, the wind began to stir across the cosmos. But here's what's so incredible. It wasn't just the physical world. From this one single primordial act, the very laws of reality, the sacred verses, the universal rhythms, the patterns that govern all of existence, they also came into being. It's like the instruction manual for the universe was born from the universe itself. And you have to understand, this wasn't just a one-and-done event. This great sacrifice set the eternal blueprint for everything that followed. The cycles of the seasons, the diversity of all living creatures, even the structures of human society, all of it is seen as an echo, a continuous reenactment of that one original creative act. So, what's the big takeaway here? What does this ancient vision really tell us? Well, it suggests that we're all living inside a grand, unified design, a single cosmic blueprint. So you see, it's not just a creation story about the past, it's a blueprint for a cosmos that is alive, that is conscious. It's not some dusty old myth, but an eternal plan that is still unfolding, right now. It describes a reality where everything is fundamentally, profoundly interconnected. I mean, really think about that for a second. From the orbit of the farthest planet to the vibration of a tiny atom, all the way down to the very breath that is moving in and out of your lungs right now. It's all part of the same song. It's all following the same cosmic score. Every atom, every individual is running according to this plan. There's no separation. We're not just spectators watching the universe happen. We are active, essential participants in its constant, continuous creation. Which leaves us with one final, pretty powerful question to think about. What changes for us in our lives when we stop seeing the universe as a cold, empty place that we just happen to live in and start experiencing it as a vast, conscious being that we are an inseparable part of?